नमस्कार.
Good morning. Welcome to GMBF Global Connect series. Sharing is caring.
Now this session will be recorded. Keeping your video on or off is your choice. We do understand that you might have questions. So if you wish to ask them, you can please put them in the chat box. Mahesh, I hand over to you and I request you to take over the proceedings.
Great. Thanks very much, Prasad. Welcome you all GMBF members and also the today's panelists, Mr. Nilesh Khare, Mr. Surinder Sarin and Dr. Ruchi Dana. Holding this session is basically to have some kind of positivity and understand how businesses can survive in this situation and what are the opportunities are lying ahead for all of us once this situation gets over, or during this situation also, what could be the opportunities, what could be the strategies each business can have in order to survive, in order to thrive, in order to help each other, in order to cooperate every business. How do you join hands and help each other to survive and make good out of it? Now, Dr. Ruchi Dana, she is a doctor by profession. She is partner in Dana Group. It's a diversified family business. They are into manufacturing of steel and oil products in UAE. They are also into commercial mixed use properties like retail real estate for past 30 years. She is looking after new projects. My question is to Dr. Ruchi Dana, that what are the strategies are you observing in the marketplace to suit the current business scenario?
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunil, for organizing this and for inviting me. It's a pleasure. I know it's a difficult time for all of us, but there are ways to come out of it stronger. So I'll just share like some tips that we as a family business, we have been adopting at the moment. So like we are mainly into manufacturing of steel and oil products. So if we talk about like dealing with suppliers or like the shipments that are coming onto the port and that. So what we are doing at the moment is that there are certain clauses in the LCs that you can look into. So one of them is the force majeure clause. So if you're careful enough, then you can actually look at that clause and let the supplier know that this falls under force majeure, and you can let the banks know as well. Even though it's an irrevocable LC, but even these times the banks are able to understand that these are situations. So at such moments, at least with this sort of pressure, you can stop the supplier from shipping the goods. If the goods are already shipped, then you don't have much of a choice. But if the documents are not clean, then you can actually get a discount on the goods. That's another thing that we are doing. So it's a mutual understanding, and suppliers understand that the steel prices have fallen down by a significant amount right now. So they understand it, and maybe later on we'll try to compensate them with whatever we can at the moment. Apart from suppliers, we also took a strategy to renegotiate things with the landlord. Just for reading, you actually have to apply those in your business. Like if you never write a letter to the government, if you never raise the points to the bank, nobody would reduce your interest rate or the rent or anything, right? So similarly with the banks, we tried the same thing. We wrote letters to all the banks that this is the situation. Everybody is aware of that. And even the banks were asking us questions that how has your business been affected by COVID-19? So similarly, banks also tried to help us in some ways. At the moment, our business is doing fine, but these are steps that we are just taking forward because we know that this is an opportunity for us, and we never know. Like it's a crisis situation. You never know what would happen in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, right? So these are steps that we are just taking as a precautionary measure.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Dana. My next same question, I would like to pose it on to Mr. Surinder Sarin. I'll just quickly introduce you to Mr. Surinder Sarin. Surinder Sarin is a chartered accountant, 36 years of experience. He's practicing in Dubai for past 15 years. They are a financial management firm. They are also ISO lead auditor for assessing quality of businesses. They also are available on retainership basis as a CFO for the businesses who cannot afford to have their own CFO. Yeah. Yes, Ms. Sarin, please, if you could go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. The first thing which everybody is doing, what I have observed is they are trying to survive these 3 to 6 months. Their immediate targets are not important. To survive is very much important. The second thing what these people are doing is they are cutting the costs. In this part of the world, the two types of costs are very important. The one is the salaries part, and the other one is the rent and the fixed costs and the variable costs. For the salaries, what I have observed is people are business people. They are not terminating the employees. They're of course very nice people, and what they are doing is that they are sharing their employees with their other sister concerns or with their associates so that they can be utilized over there in case they are not able to utilize them in their own company. Then they are also asking them to go in for 1 week or 2 weeks job in a month, so that at the end of the month they have to pay 15 days salary. They are not terminating them, and they are also encouraging them to go on leave. And wherever possible, they are absolutely not asking them to go away. So, and taking care of the fixed cost. Technology is being used a lot, whether it is in meetings or whether it is on online payments. Of course, there are no traveling now. A lot of technology is being used in marketing and in processes. People are, this ISO certification is helping a lot because all processes are automated now. And in the big organization, robots are being used.
Thank you, Mr. Sarin. I'm going to introduce you Mr. Nilesh Khare. Mr. Nilesh Khare is a senior journalist. We are really privileged to have him today on our call despite his busy schedule in India. Mr. Nilesh Khare is a channel head of SAM TV. He's been a journalist for past 20 years. He has worked for Z News, Star News. The most important aspect as a business, I would like to highlight here that SAM TV was continuously making losses in the past. But after Mr. Nilesh took over in last 1 year, the channel has come into sustainable profits. And we would like to hear Mr. Khare's views about the strategies adopted by the businesses.
नमस्कार महेश जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और GMBF का भी धन्यवाद कि इस अवसर पर उन्होंने मुझे आप सभी के साथ जुड़ने का मौका दिया। मुख्य तौर पर अगर हम भारत की बात करें तो भारत में जिस प्रकार के बदलाव देखने को मिल रहे हैं उसमें कंपनी अपने आप को बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल बनाने की कोशिश कर रही है। अगर हम अर्बन क्लैब जैसी कंपनी की बात करें तो अर्बन क्लैब जो कि बड़ी स्टार्टअप के तौर पर पिछले दिनों उभरा हुआ स्टार्टअप है, देश के लगभग सभी मेट्रोस में ये काम कर रहा है। और इस कंपनी ने जो अपने सप्लायर्स है, जो मुख्य तौर पर उनकी सप्लाई चेन है या जो लोग प्रोफेशनल के तौर पर उनके साथ काम करते हैं, उनके लिए स्पेशल पैकेजेस बनाए हैं, जिसमें क्योंकि पिछले 30 दिनों से उनके पास कोई रोजगार नहीं है, तो ऐसे में उन्हें कम से कम 5,000 रुपए उनके अकाउंट में डालने का प्रयास जो है वो अर्बन क्लैब द्वारा किया गया है। और इस प्रकार से जो अपने सप्लायर्स है, जो वेंडर्स है, उन्हें अपने साथ जोड़े रखने का प्रयास जो है वो यहाँ पर होता नजर आ रहा है। उसी के साथ कई सारे ऐसे कॉम्पिटिटर्स है या सेम एरिया इंडस्ट्रीज है जो एक दूसरे को सीधे सपोर्ट सिस्टम खड़े करते हुए नजर आ रही है। अगर हम न्यूज़पेपर इंडस्ट्री की, जो कि मैं जिस इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग करता हूँ, न्यूज़ एंड टेलीविजन इंडस्ट्री, हम अगर न्यूज़पेपर इंडस्ट्री की बात करें तो न्यूज़पेपर डिलीवरी की सिस्टम पूरी तरह से कोलैप्स हो गई है। और इस वक्त सारे जो बड़े मीडिया हाउसेस है वो एक साथ खड़े हुए हैं और वो एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट सिस्टम दे रहे हैं, जिसके चलते उनकी डिलीवरी सिस्टम जो है न्यूज़पेपर लोगों के घर तक पहुंचाने के लिए वो एक दूसरे को मदद कर सके। उसी के साथ कॉस्ट रिडक्शन जो है वो करने का प्रयास हो रहा है, जिसमें मुख्य तौर पर जो व्हीकल जहाँ न्यूज़पेपर प्रिंट हो रहा है वहां से लेकर जो बायर है उसके घर तक पहुंचाने के लिए, रीडर के घर तक पहुंचाने के लिए, तो व्हीकल के इस्तेमाल को कम करने के लिए सारे न्यूज़पेपर एक ही व्हीकल को इस्तेमाल करते नजर आ रहे हैं और वो अपने स्टेशन तक न्यूज़पेपर को पहुंचा रहे हैं। न्यूज़पेपर की क्वांटिटी डिमांड बहुत कम हुआ है, तो सप्लाई रिड्यूस होने के चलते एक ही व्हीकल को इस्तेमाल कर वो अपने कॉस्ट जो है वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो ये मुख्य तौर पर खास बात होगी। और डिलीवरी चेन मैनेजमेंट जो है वो बड़े पैमाने पर रीइन्वेंट होता नजर आ रहा है। किसान जो कि APMC तक जाकर ही माल पहुंचा रहा था, वो किसान जिसके लिए बिग बास्केट या अन्य रिलायंस स्मार्ट जैसे ही स्टोर्स थे जो लोगों के घर तक माल पहुंचा रहे थे, पर आज वो सिस्टम पूरी तरह से कोलैप्स हो गई है। तो किसान, गांव का किसान अपना एक ग्रुप बनाकर, फार्मर सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बनाकर, उसके जरिए शहरों तक सब्जियां और अपार्टमेंट जो है वहां तक सब्जियां पहुंचाते नजर आ रहा है। तो ये पूरी तरह से एक नया मॉडल जो बनती हुई नजर आ रही है। और कोरोना से बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हुआ है, पर उसके साथ हमें फायदा भी देखना होगा कि फायदा ये हुआ है कि लोगों का बिहेवियरल पैटर्न जो है वो पूरी तरह से चेंज हुआ है। कई बड़ी इंडस्ट्री जो है वो कस्टमर बिहेवियरल पैटर्न के डाटा को एनालाइज कर रही है। आने वाले दिनों में इसी डाटा के आधार पर तय होगा कि आप किस प्रकार से आपके सर्विसेज जो है वो डेवलप करेंगे। तो आने वाले दिनों में हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा मौका होगा कि डाटा एनालिटिक सिस्टम्स पर हम अपने आप को किस प्रकार से डेवलप करते हैं इंडिया में, और उसके ऊपर सारी सर्विस इंडस्ट्री जो है वो बड़े पैमाने पर काम करती नजर आ रही है।
Thank you very much, Nilesh ji. I think what it's very positive here. What I keep hearing, lot of new ideas, and it's really important. Most important thing what I hear is cash is the king. So conserve your liquidity. Dr. Dana, the next question I would like to ask her again regarding the what kind of short and mid-term business opportunities that you foresee once the lockdown is over? Today we are into this lockdown, and hopefully once it gets over, what kind of opportunities you see in the short and medium term?
Sure.
Thank
And
you.
I would like to stress that even during the lockdown, there are certain opportunities that people can take
Excellent.
advantage of. Yeah. For example, I've been seeing in the group there are people who are supplying masks, PPE, and sanitizer, and all of that. So personally, like since ours is a manufacturing company, we started manufacturing sanitizer. This is something new that we did in this like downturn, because we had a spare machine. It was stainless steel machine. It could follow all the rules that were there by the government. So we started supplying sanitizer in bulk to various other people who would fill them in smaller packs and sell to the retail people. And we also started exporting quite a lot of those. But recently, just 2 days back, exports have been banned for sanitizers and alcohol. But like whenever such crisis situations comes, there are also a lot of opportunities that come along with that. So you just have to have your eyes and ears open all the time, and just see, like, not just be too gloomy about the situation, but I would just say that just keep your eyes and ears open, read a lot of news, be participating in various groups and meetups and all, and see like what other people are up to, and eventually you can even come up with new business ideas, maybe pivot your original business idea to suit the future. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Rituji. What do you think, Sarinji?
I think there will be a sudden surge of growth in the business as soon as this lockdown is lifted. I see a lot of activity in the shipping transportation, though it may not be luxury items, but it will be essential items. And similarly, people are stranded wherever they are at present. So there will be a lot of traveling. There will be airlifting of people from one destination to another. Tremendous amount of growth in that. And then being a chartered accountant, there are lots of activities pending. Audit completions have not taken place. That will take place. And of course, there will not be any capital investments. I don't foresee any capital investments in times to come, in the short term at least. Tremendous amount of growth in the e-businesses, whether it is in marketing or whether it is in meetings or online payments or processes, procedures. So there will be tremendous amount of demand for the IT people. Education for the school children, there is a lot of scope of there. And then I see a lot of business going to the resident welfare associations. You know, there are residents of 100 families, or 100 flats, or 200 flats, or 500 flats, even 900 flats. So these people will be purchasing things in bulk for their residents, and the manufacturers can reach them directly. So there will be no middle seats. You know, there will be not three seats parallelly sitting together. The middle column seat will be removed most probably, so that there are distances between the people sitting in the airline. The cost of airline travel will increase.
I'm now going to Nilesh ji, if he could please give his views.
मुझे लगता है कि कोरोना जितनी बड़ी समस्या को लेकर भारत के सामने आया है, उसी के साथ एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी को लेकर कोरोना आया है, और आने वाले 3 महीनों तक एक बड़ी समस्या के तौर पर हमें इसके साथ जूझना होगा, और उसके बाद कई सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज होंगी जिसको लेकर हम काम कर सकते हैं। ऑनलाइन लर्निंग एक एरिया होगा जहाँ पर बड़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स देखी जा सकती है, बड़ा डिमांड होगा ऑनलाइन लर्निंग में। ऑनलाइन लर्निंग में मुख्य तौर पर हम चाह रहे थे कि ग्रामीण इलाकों तक पहुंचे, पर शहरों तक ऑनलाइन लर्निंग सीमित रह गया था। पर कोरोना के चलते ऑनलाइन लर्निंग भारत के छोटे से छोटे गांव तक पहुंच रहा है। छोटे से छोटे स्कूल द्वारा भी आज जूम के द्वारा या कुछ और ऐप्स के द्वारा बच्चों को पढ़ाया जा रहा है। तो ऑनलाइन लर्निंग में एक बड़ा मौका होगा, जैसे कि रुचि जी ने कहा, लाइफ साइंसेस में और हेल्थ केयर में बड़े मौके जो है वो आने वाले दिनों में नजर आएंगे। उसी के साथ मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट प्रोडक्शन में बड़ा मौका होगा भारत में, क्योंकि आज भी वेंटिलेटर्स अगर हमें बनाने हैं तो हमें वो इंपोर्ट करने पड़ रहे हैं, अभी भी वो भारत में बड़े पैमाने पर नहीं बन रहे हैं। तो आने वाले दिनों में ये सेक्टर होगा जिसमें बड़े मौके होंगे। उसी के साथ चाइना से जो मैन्युफैक्चरर शिफ्ट होना चाह रहे हैं उनके लिए भारत एक बड़ा डेस्टिनेशन होगा। जापान ने पहले ही एक स्टिमुलस पैकेज अपने इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए घोषित कर दिया है जो चाइना से बाहर हटना चाह रहे हैं। तो उन इंडस्ट्रीज को भारत में लाना यहाँ पर आसान नजर आ रहा है, तो वो एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी होगी। उसके साथ उसी के साथ इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस में अभी भी हम उतने बड़े पैमाने पर लोगों को अट्रैक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। अगर हम कंपेयर टू अन्य देशों को देखें तो यहाँ पर एक बड़ा मौका होगा जहाँ पर हम काम कर सकते हैं। ऑनलाइन मीडिया और एडवर्टाइजिंग में भी बड़े मौके यहाँ पर नजर आएंगे। टीवी बूम हुआ है पर वो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए होगा, लॉन्ग टर्म में ऑनलाइन मीडिया ही बड़े पैमाने पर बूम करता नजर आएगा अगर कंसिस्टेंसी के तौर पर अगर हम देखें। मैन पावर सप्लाई में भी बहुत
there is one quick opportunity which we have as a short term and opportunity is we are into F&B and we have recently done 50% discount on all our food deliveries. And you won't believe people are more busy than they were before when we started off this. So I think it all depends on the kind of strategy what you adopt or what are how you see the opportunities coming and how you can. There is as well as the great help as a society that you can at this time you can be operational and you can work together in terms of making this happen. So thank you all the panelists. You're really it is getting really interesting. What are the kind of opportunities we are looking at here? There is one more opportunity I just want to share it with you that Etisalat, we are also the channel partners of Etisalat. I'm not telling you from the business perspective for Value Manage, but Etisalat has now introduced a new product called Business Edge, where you can take your landline to your home. The next question is basically, I'm like, if you could share one case study in the marketplace, which people can take some learning out of it. So Ruchi ji, if you can tell us any one of the case studies which you might have come across or you might have adopted something to suit the changed market scenarios.
Sure. And I can see this this answer is in line with Mr. Dilawar Dalwai's question about the interest rate renegotiation. So even though it's a moral dilemma to actually go through this crisis, like whether you should renegotiate terms with your suppliers, banks, governments and all, but like at this point of time, it's more important to be true and faithful to your stakeholders, that's your employees. So right, so in order to protect the employees, you should take steps that are there, that are available to you. So your interest rates are, the better your cash flow would be. So last year itself, we renegotiated whenever the Fed had cut out the interest rates and the Central Bank of UAE had asked the banks to reduce the interest rates, we renegotiated then. And at this point of time, we renegotiated taking the clause of the government stimulus and all. And the banks are ready to entertain you because the banks understand it very well.
Nilesh ji, if you could please add your views on this.
जैसे सभी ने बताया कि आपको मर्ज करने होंगे आपके बिजनेस। अगर बात की केस स्टडीज पर अगर हम देखें मुख्य तौर पर जिस प्रकार के बदलाव आए हैं, अगर हम मेडिकल सेक्टर की बात करें तो प्रैक्टो, एमफाइन, उसके बाद डॉक्स ऐप, उसके बाद 1mg जैसे जो स्टार्टअप्स है वो एक दूसरे को पूरी तरह से सपोर्ट ग्रुप के तौर पर खड़े होते नजर आए हैं। टेली मेडिसिन सिस्टम में ये सारे स्टार्टअप जो है वो एक साथ काम कर रहे हैं और इंडिविजुअल्स, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को, हॉस्पिटल्स को, उसी के साथ हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री को वो एक साथ मदद कर रहे हैं। तो छोटे छोटे जो भी स्टार्टअप्स है या जो छोटी इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग करते हैं उन्हें एक साथ आना होगा अगर उन्हें सरवाइव करना है, और ये होता नजर आ रहा है, जो कि पॉजिटिव नजरिए के तौर पर हम देख सकते हैं। और एक केस स्टडी जो कि मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा, उबर, जो कि मुख्य तौर पर पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्ट के तौर पर जानी जाती है। उबर ने टाइप किया है इस बिग बास्केट के साथ, और वो इन दिनों जब क्रिटिकल पीरियड चल रहा है, क्रिटिकल टाइम है, गुड्स ट्रांसपोर्ट में बिग बास्केट को वो मदद करते नजर आ रहे हैं।
Special situations are bringing the special solutions. So that's what you're talking about, that Uber Eats now using big basket, and definitely it is providing a solution because they cannot carry passengers. At least they are carrying the big basket stuff to their consumers. Because Google and Apple are big rivals, but at the same time today they are coming together to find out the solution to COVID-19 medicines. So these kinds of joining hands and these kinds of case studies are pretty obvious. If you could give a couple of tips to all the participants here, the business owners, to practice in these times, what do you think? I will start with Dr. Dana.
That I would recommend the business owners to get, because if you have if you deal on open payment or PDCs, it's very important to get credit insurance. Even with LCs these days, you cannot trust LCs as well, because for certain countries, because you never know what the bank is doing at that point. So at those places, credit insurance can come to your help. That the force majeure clause, that's very, very important. So even if you look at your existing contracts, most of the contracts would be having this clause. So if you just go back to your files and look at the contracts, all the contracts which have the force majeure clause, you can try to take advantage of that. And any new contracts that you sign, just make sure that you have this clause in place, because it can actually save you in times of crisis. And even the banks understand it. It's just like, even if you Google it, like everybody's writing about force majeure for the COVID-19. Apart from that, in terms of rent and loan, I would request everybody to try to take advantage of the situation and try to renegotiate the rent with your landlord. Apart from that, the major cost is employees. So for employees, in Dubai, there's a virtual job market in which you can list your employees, and they can be a shared resource for other companies as well. Apart from that, like some employees in some companies, they're also doing a salary cut. So we didn't come to these measures yet, but we can see that it can be done in the near future.
Thank you, Danaji. Surinderji,
Anji. Okay.
what kind of tips you would like to give?
See, the 2008 recession period, what we experienced earlier, at that time, it was a heart attack. But right now, it is a whole body which is attacked. There are businesses which are standstill. So what we have to plan way forward is business continuity, or what we call in accounting terms is a going concern concept. We have to work it out in such a way that the business continues from generation to generation from every time. Similarly, I strongly recommend that you review your business with a business coach or an expert or a director, outsourced retainer, and he will tell you which way you are going and which way you are should be going and which way you are not doing well. You could he will be the one who will give you the right directions. He could review your impartial key performance indicators every 3 months. And lastly, I will also recommend that what Gulf Maharashtra Business Forum is doing. It's a wonderful thing. Have more and more of such associations in your network, or increase the membership of the Gulf GmbF, and ensure that the business does not go to anybody.
Thanks. Nileshji, if you could please give a couple of tips.
मेरे हिसाब से ये सही वक्त होगा आपको राइट हायरिंग का और फायरिंग का। आप अगर अच्छे स्किल्स को ढूंढ रहे हैं तो मार्केट में अवेलेबल होगा आने वाले कुछ दिनों में, और वो स्किल्स आप अच्छे दामों पर हायर कर सकते हैं। तो वो एक मौका होगा, आप अगर सही लोगों पर ध्यान रखें तो आप अच्छे स्टाफ को इन दिनों हायर कर सकते हैं।
Our panelists Nilesh ji, Dr. Ruchi and Mr. Sareen on unmute, so they can answer these questions. In fact, this question has come from Mr. Avinash Mansabdar. Since you are in the real estate, how much the landlords are forthcoming in extending helping hand on deferring the lease? And what would be the collaboration strategy with different partners for the service industries?
Yeah, sure. So we actually did relax the rents for a couple of tenants. So in fact, there were a number of exchanges in our mixed properties as well. Almost all the exchanges, and one of the very well-known exchanges had bounce checks as well at the moment. So looking into that, even the other exchanges and like everybody was coming to renegotiate the rent. So we did do some relaxation for some of the tenants, depending on their line of business and depending on their previous track record.
Okay. Dr. Ruchi, there is one more question here which is pertinent for you from Rajaram Khanolkar. Renegotiation will be easy only with government or regulated entities such as DED or banks. But with individual landlords, in fact, there are not many kind people like you, but it depends. So how can we involve, or whether we can involve Dubai government, Dubai Chamber or DED to reduce or waive rents for 1 quarter or 2 quarters? What are your thoughts?
So even when we waived the rents, we didn't do it for an entire quarter. It was just like 1 month grace period, that sort of thing. And even for like, we have a hotel in India, and even for that, like because there was no business in hotel, right? So like once the tenant called us, then we waived off a month because there's a lockdown. You cannot help the situation. So in such situations in which there's an industry that's deeply affected, I think the landlords would be able to understand, turn out well.
Great. One question for Nilesh Khareji, specifically from Dr. Sunil Manjrekar. What can Dubai GmbF Global members do in these times? And what are the business opportunities that they can really focus on? Maybe 2 or 3 of them, specific ones that you can bring out, Nilesh ji.
बेसिकली पूरे इस महीने में अगर देखा जाए तो एक्सपोर्ट पूरी तरह से एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट्स का रुक गया है, और ऐसे में अगर GmbF एग्रीकल्चरल इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ या जो APMCs है उनके साथ टाइप करे और आने वाले दिनों में जो अलग अलग एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट्स बने हुए हैं उनको अगर गल्फ में पहुंचाने के लिए अगर वो सपोर्ट सिस्टम दे सकते हैं तो वो बहुत बड़ी हेल्प होगी, क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चरल इंडस्ट्री पूरी तरह से बर्बाद होने के कगार पर है। गांव से माल नहीं उठ रहा है और वो एक्सपोर्ट्स तो पूरी तरह से, अगर हम आम की बात करें तो कोकण का हापुस इस बार पूरी तरह से कोकण में ही नजर आ रहा है, वो बाहर जाएगा या नहीं जाएगा इस पर भी।
Nilesh ji, the question is that are there any opportunities for NRIs from India?
सर NRIs के लिए तो इंडिया में लगातार अपॉर्चुनिटीज बने हुए हैं। हमने पहले भी देखा कि हेल्थ केयर में बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज होगी, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में, स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री के लिए आने वाले दिनों में अच्छे अपॉर्चुनिटीज नजर आ सकते हैं। और उसके साथ इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर्स में बहुत सारे लोग जुड़े हुए हैं दुबई में, तो उसके साथ इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर्स में बहुत सारे लोग जुड़े हुए हैं दुबई में, तो इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस बेसिकली, इस सेक्टर में बड़ा बूम जो है वो आने वाले 6 महीनों में नजर आएगा।
Great. Thank
Excellent.
you very much. Yeah.
I think one more very important question I see here is how to get credit insurance on PDCs. So if any of our panelists can answer, that will be great. Otherwise, I'll request to rope in Vivek Kolatkarji, who's an insurance expert.
Sure. So credit insurance means that any sort of payment. So it can be PDCs, open payment, even LCs, even for exports and all. So credit insurance as a whole, it guarantees that you get the payment within the stipulated time, and there's a margin like of 30 days. And within that time, if you don't get the payment, if you notify the credit insurance company, they will do their works, and then another 30 days. Within that period, you would definitely get the money back in your account. But the thing with insurance, as you everybody would know, is that the documentation should be really, really perfect, like all the signed DOs, signed invoices. So you, in case of export shipments, like how is it possible to get the signed DO and invoice, right?
What are the emerging opportunities post-lockdown? I feel there will be, let us call a spade a spade. I visualize many companies will be closed down. Many companies will be available for sale. So there will be plenty of opportunities for consultants to hawk off these companies to healthier companies. So there will be a lot of mergers and acquisition play that will take place, whether it's a small company or big company or medium-sized company. This is an emerging opportunity for all consultants. If consultants in GmbF together integrate themselves and do a very good intelligence service on this, and then they can share the knowledge amongst themselves and do jointly this type of work, it will be beneficial to all GmbF members.
about collaborating at GMBF platform in the startup ventures, and please proceed.
How we can help each other. There is an emerging trend of one-stop shop, and for the collaboration purpose, especially insurance plays an important role. So all those with a good connectivity in the market, there is a possibility of some diversification or some cash possibilities. So maybe individually, all those network owners or those with large connectivity can contact me.
Excellent. I'm going to request Rahul Gokhale to ask his question or his comments. Rahul?
Yeah, generally the tone is a cash of king, but isn't it the right time? Because this is a time when one would get some value deals. For example, even equity prices are in all public domain. In some equities in say Indian markets or US market, you are getting these days, such a price was never thought of. And same applies to some businesses. So yes, cash is king, but shouldn't spare cash to be spent on some value deals?
Two things are always very attractive during the recession period. One is the stocks, which have been bottomed out, and in case you are in touch with those shares that they have been bottomed out, these are certainly a good buy. And second one is the property or the residential homes. If you are having surplus money, and if you are of the speculative time, and this thing is certainly a good buy right now.
Again, I thank everyone for your patience. I'm going to unmute everyone right now. And unless anyone has a question, Mahesh, it's back to you, and then Mr. Rao.
On behalf of Dr. Sunil Manjrekar and GMBF Global Team, I thank panelists Dr. Ruchi Dana, Mr. Surinder Sareen, and Mr. Nilesh Khare for their active participation in this discussion.
Dr. Ruchi, thank you very much for your insight in terms of how do we help each other survive in a difficult time? How do we share our experience and knowledge? Mr. Sareen has touched upon a very important point on cutting the cost and salaries and rent to be reduced. Cutting the cost does not mean terminating people, but sharing the resources. You also mentioned about airlines removing the middle seats and the cost going up. Very nice of you to share all those ideas and thought. Thank you, Mr. Sareen. Nilesh, with his busy schedule from India, has really given insight about what's happening in India. Sitting here, we would know what is being heard or printed in the newspaper, but Nilesh, he has a first-hand information, and he has really given very good examples of farmers having their own self-help group. That's a new model which is emerging out, and this is going to be a farmer to larger industry. Behavior pattern changing for good. These are some plus point, and the bigger opportunity for online learning, especially in the rural area. Nilesh, thank you very much for this. More importantly, you should be visible to your supplies, what Mahesh has very nicely and rightly informed about it. Mahesh, it was wonderful way you conducted. It's a difficult job to conduct, being a panelist as well as a moderator. You did a wonderful job. Participants, especially those who have asked the questions, are very relevant questions, and each one of you have contributed. Avinash Mansabdar asked a couple of questions, Rajaram Khanolkar, Vandana Srivastava, Dilawar Dalwai, and there are many more names. Sorry, I cannot take all the names, but you really participated very well. And last but not the least, the person who has been behind the screen and moderating all the shows, the Prasad Datar, has done a wonderful job. And he has been working very hard since last 2 days. Bringing any program into reality is a big challenge, and he has done it well. I would like all of you to give a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you all the panelists.
So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining.